Some of the classes at the YMCA of Greater New Orleans. There are locations across the city offering ways to get fit and have fun. For more information, log on to our website and click links on 4. This Sunday, the New Orleans Track Club is hosting the 108th Jackson Day Race. It's a road race that's open to participants of all running and walking skill levels. And the 9-kilometer course runs from the old Spanish fort on the banks of Bayou St. John to Jackson Square, the same route that Lafitte's Pirates took in responding to the call of Andrew Jackson for reinforcements preceding the Battle of New Orleans in 1815. It all starts 8:30 Sunday morning. For more information, again, just go to our website and click links on 4. Sally?
Thank you very much, Mike. Making New Year's resolutions can be an easy part, the easy part, but it's really difficult keeping those resolutions. But this morning, life coach Charlie Borenstein-Reguera is here with some tips to help you keep those resolutions in 2015. And I mean, I've been talking to Charlie this morning, and you just have some great tips for people.
Oh, thank you so much.
It starts with choosing the right resolution.
It really does. I mean, I think that so often what happens with folks is that they think, okay, it's that time of year, I need to set some resolutions. But if we don't really settle down and ask ourselves, does this resolution hold value for me? We're going to have a hard time sticking with it for 365 days.
So we need to choose resolutions that are truly meaningful. How do you hone into that?
Yeah, so a really great question to ask yourself is there a particular change that if I focus on it in 2015, it's going to make a significant positive impact either in my own life or in my community? And if the answer to that question is yes, you've started out at a really good point of determining what's meaningful.
And then you need to state your resolution in the positive present tense.
Hugely important. So very often we'll say to ourselves, all right, so this year I'm not going to eat any junk food. And now my mind is completely geared toward Lay's potato chips.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about the healthy, delicious, nutritious foods that I could be consuming.
So change it.
Right. So if I phrase it in terms of I'm consistently eating healthy, nutritious foods, then my energy is going toward that. I'm thinking about getting to the grocery store and buying beautiful foods and feeding myself those things.
And you say choose a goal that's in harmony with your values.
Absolutely. So that's another really important thing we want to think about, making sure that it's in line with our values and our important relationships. Very often we set a particular goal in life without thinking about how is this going to affect the totality of my life. And then we wonder why we're thrown off course when maybe like, okay, I'm going to train for a marathon this year, but in order to be able to do that, I'm going to have to forego spending time with my middle-aged daughter. Well, maybe that's not going to fit. Maybe that's not an ecological goal at this time. Maybe if I wait till she starts high school, that'll be an awesome time to train for a marathon.
So it's like considering the cost.
Absolutely, and really thinking them through, because when we don't, that can trip us up, and that's where we end up breaking the resolution.
And we want to make sure that we have the support we need.
Oh, it's so important. So often people really aren't thinking about what are all of the tools, resources, and support that I need along the way. Are there particular people that if I had them cheering me on along the way from the sidelines, that it would really help to motivate and inspire me?
Maybe finding friends who have similar goals or attitudes.
That's so great.
And then the plan has to be specific.
It really does. We say this over and over again. Not only does it need to be specific, but it's really valuable to take a big goal and break it down into meaningful chunks and make sure that we have timelines to meet each of those benchmarks. And when we do that, we stay in motion. We don't let it go by the wayside.
And then writing down your resolution.
Really, really valuable. So, you know, oftentimes people say, well, how am I going to find that piece of paper where I ever wrote it down?
I don't know. I write resolutions every year, but I don't know where are those past resolutions.
One of the things that most of us know most of the time is where our phone is. And if we actually take them and write them down in our phone and look at them on a regular basis, and consistency really matters. If we keep it at the fore in our minds, then we're more likely to be able to achieve it. We also want to make sure that we share it with other people, because then we have more skin in the game. People are watching us and we know it, and that can be a really helpful motivator. And visualizing our resolution on a consistent basis really helps the target to become clear to us, and we're much more likely to hit a target when it's clear than when it's fuzzy and out of focus.
So having that in your phone, you can check your progress on a regular basis, and breaking it down into meaningful goals that, you know, they say, how do you eat an elephant one forkful at a time?
Absolutely. Absolutely, right. If we break it down into meaningful chunks, we really feel a sense of accomplishment. We're able to stay motivated, feel like we're doing something where we're gaining confidence and competence, and that really keeps us energized to make it through the year.
Charlie, some excellent advice, and you have so much more advice. For more information about Charlie Borenstein-Reguera and her life coach services, you can log on to WWLTV.com and click on links on 4. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Thank you so much.
And we're going to be back in the kitchen making healthier choices about what we eat when we come back.